Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tubaplyr NegativeAE, and welcome back to another episode. We're playing Strong Knight. Let's get into it. My practice runs weren't good for this, so I mean, this is a toss-up whether this run's going to be enjoyable to watch or painful. You know, you never know until you record the run and just go. There we go. But you know, you have to take risks. You can't just keep losing and then not record anything. So here we go. Let's see if this run ends horribly. It ends horribly. There are 3 enemies of all different types. I think those are all 3 enemies in this in the caves. There we go. This game frustrates me. And you know why I think it frustrates me? I think it's because of Worm Boss. Because screw that dude. It's because, like, when I do practice runs, my practice runs usually end on the dark caves, and I'll tell you why. So I'll spend like 2 hours trying to fight Worm Boss, and I'm exaggerating obviously, but it takes my last practice run. I spent 7.5 minutes trying to get Worm Boss to not spawn in a freaking ass wall, right? I end up defeating Worm Boss. Then we come along, I'm like, okay, cool, finally, Worm Boss is defeated. I've never been more happy. I go along my day, and I end up dying to like spikes or some shit, because I'm so like relieved. I'm like, oh, finally, and then I press right on the controller and I die to Worm Boss. And so it's frustrating. Oh wow, you just did. Get out of my life. If you fucking push me into that boulder, I'm gonna be so pissed. I didn't realize I had anger management issues until I started playing this game. It's weird because it takes so much of your time. At least with Catacomb Kids, the game ends relatively fast. When you die in Catacomb Kids, it's no big deal. Because not only did you make it pretty far if you've spent 10 minutes on the game, but it's also like a cool experience, because like there's crazy bosses that just appear. You don't see them, you don't physically see them until they come out, right? Like it's a surprise. It's like, oh shit, it's this guy. I'm comparing 2 games that are completely different in every way, so completely disregard my comparison. But I'm just like, frustration wise, right? Like anger management. The reason why I have anger issues when I play this game, yeah, you're just gonna die, chicken. You spawn in dangerous areas, so there's no fucking way. Like I feel like chicken spawns purposely in the most dangerous situations that you could possibly put a chicken in, and then it just dies. But no, the reason why I get frustrated with this game is because like you spend 10 minutes on a game, and 10 minutes is nothing. 10 minutes gets you past the dark caves, maybe. You have to spend a straight up 40 minutes, 45 minutes just to get to the 4th world, and that's if you skip some of the stuff. I skip a lot of things, right? Like I'm not here to mess around. I skip stuff so I don't have to deal with certain things. Oh good, what the fuck is happening? Right? And with me skipping stuff, my episodes end up being 45 minutes. That's a ton of time, right? It's longer than most of the people on YouTube that do videos, right? What are you doing, dude? This guy's too enclosed. Can you come over here? He's too much in an enclosed space. So hitting him is going to be really difficult. I hate this guy so much. Can you go down? Thank you. I mean, at least he's better than Worm Boss, but he's just in a situation. His spawn location is just the worst. I think this is the worst spawn location. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's break this wall. All we have to do is get him to come over here. Yes. Oh, he's not in a terrible place. Slime, what are you doing, dude? I'm in the middle of a boss fight. But no, I just, at least when you play Catacomb Kids, you play for 10 minutes and you're actually somewhere. Like, you got to the 4th floor, 5th floor, and you're like, wow, I'm okay with dying here. This has been a good time. With Vagante, you end up dying at like, that was bad. I should have turned the other way before he. That was mechanically bad on my part. But it's just time consuming, and all of the bosses. Not all of the bosses. Worm boss in particular, but a lot of the bosses are there to just waste time. And if you wanna get leveled, you have to fight them, and just the amount of time that it takes to defeat, especially Worm Boss. I think Worm Boss takes the longest out of any boss in the game, and I hate it so much. Worm Boss and Golem, but at least Golem is challenging. At least Golem challenges you while you fight him. Worm Boss does not do any of those things. In fact, Worm Boss is like, I just can't deal with Worm Boss. You guys have heard me rant about it maybe 80 times now. I desperately want to fix. Because it's just, the practice runs get frustrating. And then when you get to the actual run, you get into rant mode like I'm currently in. And it's, you know, I can't do it. I can't do it. And it's not like I have trouble defeating. It would be different. It would be way different if I had trouble defeating him, but I just don't. We're going to save the key because we want to open up the tower when we get there, even though I don't know what the orb does. I don't think anybody knows what the orb does. I went on the forums the other day to try and find out what the orb does, and I went onto the wiki to try and find out what the orb does. But no one knows. Everybody's like, maybe it does this? And it's like, yeah, I saw it spawn a boss once when you drop it from a really high height. I mean, I guess we'll have to try that. But, I don't know. I don't know what it does. Alright, I bet you fairies on the other side of this. Wait. I need to take off Sink Like a Stone real quick, so I can actually do something. Worm Boss, Vitality. Vitality would have been nice. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it. Also, I don't know if I want to spend all of my money on a Vitality item. Oh, good. I just equipped the thing right when I needed it. There we go. But yeah. Freaking, I don't know if I want to spend that much money on just a single Vitality item. But yeah, no, freaking, this game has brought out the anger in me, I swear. And then when you die to spikes, oh, is that the most frustrating thing in the world? Yeah, it's your own mistake, and I understand that, like, the punishment for making a mistake in Vagante is dire, and you have to restart your whole run, right? Like, that's the argument there, is like, if you make a mistake and you jump on spikes, you're dead, and you should restart the game because you suck, and you should get mechanically good, which is fine. But there's room to say that I think there's also something to be said for, like, the amount of time that the game makes you take on the game is also a leading factor into why I think this game is frustrating. But then again, that's my own opinion, and I like I said, I obviously have like 60 something episodes in this. And don't get me wrong, this game is a ton of fun, especially that like high that you get from like actually beating the game. It's really nice. It's like beating Dark Souls, right? Like, it's like, oh, after so long, I'm here. I'm at the final boss, and I'm doing it. And it's gonna frustrate the shit out of me, whatever. This game is kind of like that in the fact that, like. But that guy does not want to blow up, huh? There we go. That's all I wanted, was for him to blow up once. And he didn't do that for me. But he did it, actually, at the end, so. Maybe I have to give him props. But yeah, I feel like you should be able to say something about, like, how how Catacomb Kids does it and compare it to how Vagante does it, I think Catacomb Kids definitely has something going for it, and I think that's why Vagante kind of copied some of the stuff that Catacomb Kids has been doing, is because it's ultimately a game that has a lot more features and whatnot. This game requires that you are mechanically sound pretty much entirely, whereas Catacomb Kids is almost like an experience thing where it requires that you have had played the game or played the game a couple times before you go, before you play. And while the same can be said with Vagante, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm trying to compare Vagante and Catacomb Kids and explain why I don't get frustrated in Catacomb Kids, even though I die just as much, but I get frustrated in Vagante because of how much time. Like, I'm already at 10 minutes, right? So if I die here, that's 10 minutes of my life wasted. And the argument, I guess, for that is get good, don't die here. But for someone but just for like the average gamer, I guess this isn't meant for the average gamer. I don't know. There's a lot of things in this game that are very opinionated. Like, you could have every which opinion on this game and why you think it's the best game and why you think it's creative. And I obviously I have so many episodes on it, so I can't like not think it's a fun game. It's definitely fun. It's just I just think everything takes too much time. And Worm Boss is just an over-exaggeration of that. And I think that's where most of my frustration comes, right? Like, if Worm Boss wasn't such just a complete dick, making himself invulnerable, making himself not being able to be attacked basically the whole fight, making it so you just can't do anything to him for like the first 5 minutes of the fight, sucks. Especially when he comes out in a wall, and then I don't know. I guess Mage has an easier time taking him down, right? Like, Mage takes him down like crazy fast. But I shouldn't have to. I should have gotten the book. Oh, I didn't get the book. That's fine. But I don't know. I don't want to compare too much because they're obviously very different games, and I know because I play both of them. But it's just weird to me. Just weird to me that everything takes so long here, and I would like it not to. Especially in the dark caves. Worm Boss is so stupid. Please change Worm Boss so I don't have to freaking be mad at the game. Because it's just so over-exaggerated on time. This whole episode is just going to be a rant about how much I hate Worm Boss. You guys have heard it a million times. You guys are probably like, Tuba, stop talking about Worm Boss. We know he sucks. Just deal with it and get good. And I don't want to. I really want them to change it. I really do. It's so terrible. I should never sit there in a boss fight and take 10 minutes to defeat the boss. Freaking any game that has had that, I've hated that game. There used to be like a Naruto game that I used to be into when I was a kid, right? I got this Naruto game and the final boss is Datara. And Datara was the hardest freaking piece of crap that I've ever seen in my life. And the reason being is because he would keep himself at a distance from you and stall you from getting close. And when you got close, he would teleport away. So you would have to like freaking like keep on his ass the entire time. I hated that game. But it's just, man, here's War Boss, great. Good. Man of the hour. See, like, I can go over there, take a crap ton of damage trying to get to him, right? And then barely get any damage off on him, or I could wait until he pops out of a different location. Come on. Okay, that's a decent amount of damage. But, you know, I'm fortunate to be in an open area where he can't spawn in walls. And he still can, probably. He'll find a way. I wouldn't be surprised. Right? Like right now. Like, I'm gonna have to. There's no way I can get to him because if I go over there, that guy's gonna activate. And I don't want him to activate, so I just killed him so that wouldn't happen again. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, good. He's way in the wall, and now he's retreating because that's smart. Oh. Can you die? You're not dead. You're not dead. Look at how long this is. I should have. Next time I fight Worm Boss, I'm just gonna look at the time and see how long it takes for me to actually defeat Worm Boss. Thank you, Lord. That was almost a minute. That was almost a minute, and that was me in an open area without any walls that he could spawn inside of. It's so especially if you die right after you defeat him. It's so frustrating. But then again, this game didn't claim not to be frustrating, right? So I guess I'm just kind of like saying what the game kind of set out to do, right? Like it places enemies over spikes and stuff, which, you know, other games do it too. Freaking, I've seen it a couple times in Catacomb Kids as well, where like they position enemies around different things, but it just frustrates me. Like that I could have died right there, and I would have been the most pissed off person, and I would have had to end the episode because it's 16 minutes. I can't play another episode unless I want it to be like 3 hours. I want my death to be fast and swift, not take 30 minutes of my life and then, oh, you died in the forest. Like you didn't get far at all. I just feel like there's a lot. I feel like a lot of people that watch my Vagante videos are better than me. So I always like ask you guys for stuff because I know you guys get far. Like Soldier Afix messaged me on Steam the other day and said that he got to like Plains of Despair 10. My record is 8, and that was with a friend. So I can't even imagine how good you guys all are. I just, you know, it's cool to have a talented community base. It is cool to have a talented community base. Let's get rid of these boots so I can swim. Okay. And I think that's everything. We spent the key, alright. Go ahead and get that. We probably want the stab, especially going into the forest with the spiders. Poison resist is going to be more helpful. We gotta stack poison resist as much as possible here. That's pretty good. How slow attack speed? Normal. Okay, yeah, we can't go with slow. We need like fast attack speed. And we'll go ahead and get these boots and go about our day. I think, right? Isn't that it? I think that's it. Sorry if this freaking playthrough has been a little bit complaining. You go on tilt whenever you lose a couple runs. I don't like to complain about Worm Boss because I feel like it gets annoying, especially when I watch stuff back. Like when I watch my videos back, it's like, okay, Tuba, we get it. It's just sometimes like you're on, like this is my 7th run that I've done of Vagante today, and all of the runs that have ended right after Worm Boss on spikes, which is my own fault. It's just to put you on tilt and you want to complain, and you know, I've never noticed that I like to complain about well, I guess I've noticed that I like to complain about stuff, but at the same time it's like, I'm glad I have a... Are you flipping serious, dude? Thank you. At the same time, I don't want it to seem like I hate the game. It's not that at all. It's just frustrating to me, and I've never had like frustration problems. Besides, like when I was working at Carl's Jr. I used to work at Carl's Jr. like a fast food place before I moved on to like several other jobs. And my thing, freaking Carl's Jr. is great. It's you know, I don't know about great. It's You know, I go there every so often, and I'm not sick of the food yet or anything like that. It's just when I was there, I worked my ass off. Ass. Like, I put the double S in ass. That's how freaking hard I worked at that job. I was working like 30 hours. Freaking, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I was working like, I was supposed to be only working 20 something, and then I ended up working like 30 hours, and sometimes 40 hours, in order to do anything, and it was just, oh my goodness, I can't even. Dude is very ranty. I'm going on rants a lot. I don't know if that's a good thing. You never know. Thief gloves. We could easily kill this guy. I just need to find... Gloves are fine. Let's go down and do as much damage as we can. I'm sorry, Vine Boss. Okay, he's dodging all of my shots, which is crazy to me. Assuming we can finish him off even, he's dodging everything. There we go. He dodged a lot of my shots, which I was not expecting. What has minus vitality on it? Hello? Yeah, go F yourself, dude. Minus vitality? Sounds like the worst idea. We're also looking for regen here. The flying mace, which might be good for our future weapon. These guys like to just sit by statues, I've noticed. Freaking Vine Boss is like... Yeah, we gotta get that. We gotta get the fire wand too. You suck. Major balls. Can you guys jump up here maybe? Jesus. Your spiders, you can't even jump. They did a really good job of pixelating jumping spiders though. Like that looks like a jumping spider if I've ever seen one. Alright, so we got all the tools necessary to defeat Golem Boss when we get to him. We opened up the chest, we leveled up, we're good. And we have a wand of healing for anything that goes on. See, like, this is a good run. I'm glad that all the practice runs weren't in vain. Like a strength again. It helps out with dealing with stuff, and especially since I'm strong, or at least I think I am. Yeah, I'm strong. It gives me more strength anyway, so. That's the thing with doing 40-minute videos. My voice gets so tired of talking. It's not like I'm bored of talking. It's just that like I need water or something. I should start bringing water. I don't really have water with me when I record, and it's always my air conditioner is broken, so you can hear my computer like trying its hardest not to die and blow up in an explosion. But you know, you can only do so much when you're a computer, especially when my room is literally 91 degrees. Like the thermostat next to my room says 91 degrees. That is way too hot for a room. And you know, you just have to deal with it because my air conditioner's broken, and there's nothing I can do about it. Ring of Saltiok. I think that's the one I like. The one that reveals enemies. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's see what we can do. Who, what, and what boss is it? It looks like Wisp Boss. Wisp. I wish it was Golem. I really do. But you can't win them all. Got a decent amount of damage, and we have a good setup going on. Okay. That was a little bit much. This guy is going to be a massive problem because I need to heal. And he's not going to let me heal. Or maybe he will. Alright, cool. 11 damage. Max damage from Wisp. Good. Alright. Let's just quaff these in order. There we go. I was hoping one of them was going to be regen. And we found it. We can go ahead and pop this again since we have a healing wand. There we go. And we found Featherfall too, so we'll fall slower. Let's get this key real quick. Can I get this key? Thank you. And we off. And we off. Bop 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 bop. I always run out of things to talk about because my life isn't very interesting at all. I want to. My whole goal recently has just been like YouTube and Killstrain, and then school's starting up. I don't even know what I want to do with my life or why I'm going to school for anything. I mean, I know that I play the tuba, and that's obviously a trait that I've developed over. Wow. Another one. Another one. And another one. I always, whenever I say another one, I have to do that. I don't know why it's so catchy. It's weird of me. I know, I'm very cringy. Where's Golden Boss? Spider, listen, I don't have time for this shit at all. Do I have time for this shit? And this is another thing, is spiders are just designed to take your time. And if you chase it, you take damage. This is great. Engaging gameplay. Oh, spider! Fuck off, dude. Thank you. Okay. I should be able to kill him with this next fire. There we go. Fire Wand is really good against Golem Boss. I don't know why you would not use Fire Wand against Golem Boss. It's really good. Oh, we have this and this. I like Ring of Cell Talk though. We have a couple books that we could possibly do stuff with. Oh, I still have Fire Wand equipped. I should probably change that. There we go. We should get this book. I don't know why we're not doing that. And then we need health anyway. And the light's not going to give us any, so, you know. 3. It has the potential of giving 20, up to 1 to 20, and it gave us, like, what, 9, 9, 3, 4? Stupid. Hey man, I just want the regeneration potion, you're being a dick. Oh, I didn't get the chest on the other thing either. We'll open like a, good. I hate spiders so much. Hate them in real life, hate them in the game. Should just go through the door. Okay. This has been a very pessimistic run, and I don't like it, but I also like... I'm also on tilt, so I don't know if I'm going to look back on this and be like, oh, this is so cringy because you complained the whole match. If I want to look back and be like, well, that man was on tilt, so it's okay. It's almost like a thing I don't know what to feel. Why did these come down so late? Why did these come down? They come down after you do the thing now? No fucking way. No fucking way. So they come down after. I had no idea. I thought it was like, oh, chest, okay. And then they came down after I passed them. Usually they come down before you pass them, so you get to the chest. Maybe that was something they changed. Oh, I'm bad. Oh, I'm so bad. I wish I wasn't bad. I think we might. I know I've said this before, obviously, on this exact playthrough. Is like, maybe I should stop playing for a while. But I'm seriously considering it. Like, I know it's my most popular series and all, but it's just getting so much more frustrating, and my skill is suffering from it, right? Like, I'm not doing as well as I normally should be doing. Oh, it's been rough, this Vagante run. It's lost some of its, it's also lost some of its, like power, too. Cause now that I have everything, it's also like I don't want to play it as much. So there goes my skill there too. I'm at a crossroads. Cause now that I'm playing Catacomb Kids too, it's just so much more like, oh, I'm dying. Oh, this sucks. But at least I'm getting decently far. Like, at least I get to the 3rd, 4th floor, 5th floor before I die. At least I fought a couple like crazy bosses. And although the bosses are kind of cool here, it's just a completely different game. And now that I've like played both of them, Catacomb Kids is starting to be more fun. And I think it's probably because I have more stuff to discover, and I play that game more, and there's more things to do in that game. Oh, I'm just so much at a crossroads, and I like this game so much. And I know they're completely different games, but at the same time, I don't know. This episode has gone on way long enough. I can't be here forever talking about stuff. But maybe I'll do an update video and talk about where the series is going. Definitely when it releases out of beta. I know it's coming out this year or maybe the beginning. I don't know when they're coming out with this game. But as soon as that love letter comes in, there's going to be so much more enjoyment to be had with this game. And I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, hit the like button. Also, let me know in the comments things that you didn't like. I know it was a little bit of a pessimistic run, but at least I was talking the whole time. I also don't know if I was at the same time. Was I talking the whole time? I don't know. That's something I always have to ask myself after every episode is like, was there just silence there in the center? I don't know. I don't remember until I rewatch it back. It's been a depressing day today. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you feel necessary, because I upload a lot of stuff similar to this. And I hope you guys are having the most wonderful rest of you guys' day. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, guys.